last person to speak on this, and very briefly. So, do you share with the views expressed that by now the state should be updating the customers and all of us how far it has gone in efforts to, as it were, trace the monies, assets that have been confiscated, what has happened, and so on? At least that aspect, not the criminal trial.
Yes, Samson. I think so, and I'm very interested in the distinction Honorable has just brought, because I have been looking for that angle for a long time. The distinction between the criminal trial and the steps that have been taken to recover the money. These are two separate tracks of legal proceedings that must be going on, and so, but. Of course, I agree. I said yes to your question because if you look at the case, I always ask myself, is Men's Gold on trial or number one as a person? Because the whole operation was done through Men's Gold. And within our legal system, we know that corporate entities have separate existence and separate capacities.
Yeah, he's been telling the customers that. He's been telling them that they didn't give him any money. They gave it to Men's Gold, so they should stop trying to attack him.
That's the point I'm making. So, of course, fraud is one of the reasons for which we can pierce the corporate veil. But I think, it's my opinion, that it is the court that pierces the corporate veil. Now, I don't know if the Attorney General can pierce the veil before the court comes to that determination. And I don't know what is on the charge sheet, whether it is number one that is on the charge sheet or it is Men's Gold. But of course, if a corporate entity is convicted, it is the officers of the company or the corporate entity that will also be deemed to have committed the offense. So, separate from the criminal trial, what steps is government taking to recover the money? Because, look, if you ask me, the whole of this thing is as a result of some regulatory failure. Regulatory failure. The government is the regulator. And I don't like it when people want to blame the investors, because the investors, if you are investing in a regulated industry, it is a trust you are expressing in your government for regulating the industry and making sure that it is safe for investment. Now, if the government we hear that some assets of Men's Gold have been confiscated. I don't know how true that is, but if assets have been confiscated, it's not like Men's Gold continued in operation and came to a point where it became insolvent and then something happened to trigger off what we are seeing today, and it came from regulators. Right. So if regulators have taken steps, they must update the people as to what steps they are taking to recover the assets of Men's Gold and distribute it to them as creditors.
All right.